Most people don't put so much ingredients in our cookies. Gosh, this is definitely a must try.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melova's Catering, and today we'll be doing a cookie. It's kind of like a kitchen sink cookie because we have a lot of stuff in there. We'll be using fresh harvest oil and sugar, and the rest of ingredients is from Pecans the Food King. So it's 2 cups of flour and roughly about a quarter of a cup of oats. Plus it adds texture to the cookie. A quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda. Cornstarch makes so much mess. Well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem here, not the cornstarch. 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. I'm just gonna stir the dry ingredients. Now we're gonna do the wet ingredients into this bowl, and then we're gonna put the dry into the wet and mix it. So it's 1.5 cups white sugar, granulated sugar, cup of brown sugar. This is a nice kind of dark brown, but 1/4 cup of fresh harvest oil to 1.25 cups of melted butter into the sugar. We are doing a double batch. You do not want to use hot butter in here. It can also make your cookie very oily, greasy, and a bunch of other things.
I'm gonna mix this properly.
Mix for a couple minutes and that's it. The recipe is 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk. But obviously, as I said, we're doubling. So we're going to use 2 eggs and 2 egg yolks here. Crack that in there and then use the yolk. I use this cup and scoop out that. Ta-da! And we whisk.
Make sure your eggs are properly mixed together. Super audio here. Cooking should be fun. Am I adding this into here? It's at a nice fluffy-ish kind of stage here, and this is exactly what we're looking for. You just want everything to be equally distributed. That is kind of just...
So excited. It smells good. I'm gonna do this half and half. As a reminder, this is a double batch of flour, and it's just a lot of folding happening. Cookies are a little more forgiving than cake. Bacon should make you happy. Here it looks like there isn't a lot of wet to dry. You might see this and be like, oh my god, it needs more liquid. Don't do it. This is the texture of the batter. We're gonna split batter in half. We have some pecans that I roughly chopped, sliced almonds, chocolate chips. I feel like you should just put, and when your mind, your heart, your soul tells you it's enough, stop. Because if you give me a chance, I will put 6 cups of chocolate chips in, 2 cups of batter. Bacon. The bacon, to just save some mess and time, I literally just put it in this pan and put it in the oven at 400 to 450 degrees, and I just let it cook until it was, and I did take into consideration it's gonna bake again in the oven in the cookies. So do what makes you happy. This is a happy place. When you bite a piece of bacon in this cookie, you're gonna get a piece of bacon in this cookie. You could use turkey bacon in here if you have to. Quality control. In the second batch, we're gonna put some other things. Cranberries. This is some coconut that we found in the cupboard. So let's go in. So let me tell you something. Don't let me dictate what you do here. So I want to get this properly incorporated before I do anything else. A little lemon peel for some flavor. I don't really want the zest in there. I just want a little bit of that flavor. So I'll just mix it in. Remember to take it out, or you could just leave it in there and see who gets it. I like to play those games sometimes. Soft, fluffy, tasting like a wow. 4 ounces of cream cheese I put in here, and what we're gonna do is lightly toss it. This is why you want this at room temperature, because you don't want to just be having big pieces all over the place. Gorgeous. because we live in the Caribbean and it's so warm, I'm just gonna pop this in the fridge for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, just to bring the temperature to something a little bit cooler and solidify any bits of melted butter, etc. And then we bake.
How I end up in the kitchen, Gil?
Because I already ate like 14 of these cookies, so I had to bring Melina to taste on camera because I really should not be eating anymore.
She will be high like a kite. Yeah. I like the little salty element in there. Good contrast with the sweet.
Because I left it in bigger pieces.
Yeah.
And you bite in pieces of bacon and it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
What we did with this is instead of doing it in a rounded cookie form, basically put it into the pan and did it like a sheet pan cookie. And then we cut it up into squares. It's very buttery and gooey in the middle, but the edges are so crispy.
Huh? You see, first bite I get the cream cheese. There's some sweetness from the cranberries, a little texture from the coconut. Most people don't put so much ingredients in a cookie, so this is definitely a must try. Bye.